Yes, y'all. Welcome to
Stays Crunchy and Milk.
If you have opinions or queries you wish to share, we have multiple ways to be reached. The email address for the show is podcast@stayscrunchyandmilk.com. On Twitter, it's @SKiM Pod, SKiMPod.
Stays Crunchy.
And if you're feeling froggy, go on and jump into our voicemail line at 216-3028-POD. That's 216-302-8763. The show can be heard on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Stitcher Radio, TuneIn Radio, Spotify, and as always at our website, stayscrunchyandmilk.com.
Stays Crunchy.
Please rate, review, subscribe, and share the show on your own social media feeds. And if you want to get at us directly, feel free to reach out via our personal Twitter.
Stays.
It's at Tatum216, Lunchbox 2099, The Real ODP, and I'm your host, Tabrail713.
Stays Crunchy and Milk.
We out here. Stays Crunchy Milk, episode 282. We eating because I'm hungry as all get out. We are at the comfy confines of 200 Public Square. As always, I'm joined by the man of 1,000 nicknames, my homeboy Tatum216.
I'm here. I'm queer. Deal with it.
I was going to say I'm not queer, but it's all good.
And he's going to be the very best like no one ever was. I'm going to do Lunchbox 2099.
Well, it is my sworn duty to catch them all.
I would hope so. Well, someday. Currently, what are you missing from that Dex of yours?
I don't even know. Because up until like the last 24 hours, I barely played for the last month. So there's probably some shit that came out that I don't even know that's out.
Right.
I know for a fact, though, there's this like little fish thing that keeps popping up in my settings, but I'm never near it.
Okay.
And when I tried to get one on Community Day the other day, it despawned before we got there. But other than that, I'm unaware of what I'm missing.
Gotta get my Pokédex right.
When does that movie come out?
May. I'll give you the actual date.
Are you gonna see it much?
Absolutely. Although I said the same thing about SpiderMan
Into the Dark.
and here I have still have not seen it.
I'm actually going to try my best, if possible, to go see that tomorrow night because I got a feeling they ain't gonna be there Friday. So.
Yeah, like my buddy was like trying to talk to me about it at bowling last night. He's like, "Oh, you haven't seen it yet?" I was like, "No." I got on a plane, came back from Orlando with the thought that I was going to go see it with people.
Yeah.
And then they all bailed on me. Yeah, I'm talking about you guys.
I didn't bail on you.
Yeah, and I told you I couldn't go from the beginning. So
It's like May 16th, which is a Thursday, so that probably comes out the 17th, but they probably be doing midnights and so forth. This movie's going to make a lot of money. Like, probably globally make a lot of money.
Oh, I've been talking shit about you for no reason.
What's up?
Oh, never mind. Never mind. I read it so fast. Okay, so what we were talking about is at 200 Public Square we record every day, which is not J Gumbo's. J Gumbo's put menus on every single table. And I was kind of reading offhandedly. I seen bread. I'm like, oh man. And they still don't have it. So before this place J Gumbo's opened up, they had it on the window bread pudding as part of, hey, come in when we open because we're going to have bread pudding here.
Yeah.
Never had bread pudding. And this has been, 4 years?
Yeah, actually, I'm actually still impressed that place is open, still.
So I'm looking at this menu offhandedly, and it says sweet cornbread. And I thought it said, all it seen was bread, and I got pumped for exactly 4 seconds.
You heard the whole pump.
Yeah.
This bread pudding is still not on that menu.
Yeah. So
Is it like on the menu and what's they got dessert?
Yeah, 'cause they have other locations too.
yeah, I've been to other locations. It's
They don't have it there
over
either?
by the movies. Yeah.
What did I say? Strawberry cheesecake, cookies, New York cheesecake, and sweet cornbread as your desserts?
Yeah, that's why I was kind of off book because cornbread is not a dessert. Just like we all know, it might be sweet, it's not a dessert. And just like they say, having common sense is, or being intelligent, is knowing that tomato is a fruit, but not putting it inside of a fruit salad. So, I don't know.
Are there a variety of tomato that is particularly sweet, maybe?
I'm gonna go with a cherry tomato, maybe,
I
or
find them to be very sweet.
or grape tomatoes, Roma tomatoes. I mean, tomatoes are sweet to a certain extent, but just like
What's them tobacco ass tomatoes, them brown ones?
tomato. maybe that's just what it is. The Simpsons write about every fucking thing else. I don't know the name of those tomatoes. It's like where were we at the other day and I got a salad? At Chop. Yeah, Chop. When we were to Chop the other day, because I don't go out with nobody else. That's not true. I went out with my family the other night, but it was some little ones on my salad the other day. I was like, oh, impressive. A tomato I wouldn't want to eat in my salad. Like I'll eat like pieces of tomato or on a sandwich or on a salad, but don't give me a whole fucking tomato. I hate that.
Yeah, I don't like it when I have like little cherry tomato not cut up in. I don't like tomato in my salad, period. But especially when it's just not cut up at all.
You do a whole goddamn orb in my salad.
And like, even on like a burger, like you gotta bury that tomato slice in there and hope that I don't find it.
Yeah, I'm just like bananas and tomatoes are just two things that I eat just because like I'm an adult and I can be like, I'll eat this. Yeah, I mean, chitlins and tomatoes aren't on the same line. I don't eat chitlins because I don't eat pork and that's disgusting. But tomatoes and bananas are just like, I'm an adult. And I know this is supposed to be healthy for me, so let's just like suffer through it.
It is why I let her put tomatoes on my sandwich. They're out of tomatoes today, but it is why I'm like, I don't really want a tomato, but I'm like, it's good for me.
Yeah.
Gone full of lycopene, good for my prostate. I know.
So yeah, is there anything that you guys just suffer through because that's besides paying bills, that you kind of be like, oh, I'm gonna do this because I'm an adult and I'm a respectable man.
Making sure my lawn's taken care of. I don't want to do that shit.
That's more peer pressure though.
You gotta suffer through it.
But you know what? It's the thing though. It is peer pressure, but it's kind of just like I'm not gonna be bad as him across the street or down the street as long as I'm not that guy.
Yeah, the one neighbor makes me look bad. The other neighbors are like worse than me, so it balances.
Yeah, and not only that, like I notice, when I'm off, unless they've been checking my schedule, it's a shitload of people who have somebody that's home all day long on my street. I don't get that. Like I'm moving to the sub, when I lived in the hood, everybody worked all day long. I'm moving to the suburbs, motherfuckers don't go to work at all.
Maybe they're working home.
That might be true, but no, this one dude, he don't look that old.
Like I know my buddy, he lives in like a development out in Brunswick, and he works from home except when he has to travel for trade shows.
Okay, but this dude, like I said, is not that old, maybe 46 or something like that. I mean, if this dude is independently wealthy, why the fuck is he living on my street? But that's a whole nother thing. This dude should be into lawn care. This motherfucker got perfect ass diamonds in his lawn. Like not last summer, but the summer before last, completely started over. Just completely started over. Like
took out the grass, put new grass in.
Yeah, seeded and everything. Put down the hay.
My grass is lucky if it rains.
Yeah. I'm not spending my hard-earned shower money on giving the grass a shower. Fuck you, grass. But yeah, this dude, like the lady next door to me, don't work. The lady, both sides don't. Like every time I'm at home, they at home.
It sounds like the making of a porn.
Nah, I'm okay.
Mrs. Robinson.
I want to fuck them with my enemy's dick.
Do you think you have any enemies?
No, not really. Like I have people I don't care for, but I don't really have any enemies. It's not even really that much. It's like only like a few people I like. Like I just don't like a whole bunch.
Yeah.
But I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and he was just like going through like his list of exes. Because his question that he posed was like, how would your life be? Like it was just like going in different directions. Like if I was still with her, like where would my life be? And he was like, do you ever think about that? And I was like, no.
I thought about that the other day.
Like because it came up because like I've been with my partner for a while now, and I honestly can say that I'm glad I didn't have kids on anybody else besides her. Now, with that being said, I don't know if like 10 years down the road, I'm be like, why did I have kids with her? Which I don't think is gonna happen, but like, I just glad like every other person that was in my life is. I'm just happy where I am. I'm not saying they were bad or good or anything, because I'm just happy where I am as far as that goes.
When
no regrets.
When I said what I said a minute ago, it wasn't like about maybe who you guys were thinking I was talking about.
I didn't think that at all.
I was thinking about back in high school, and I've legitimately thought about this because a song came on my playlist the other day, and it was a song that I used to listen to all the time in 10th grade. It was similar. No. Not similar at all. No, like when I first moved to Parma and started the new high school, I didn't know anybody.
Yeah.
And I had third period lunch. So I used to sit in the lunchroom by myself every day. And after like a month, there was like a couple of girls and a dude who sat at the end of my table where I used to sit in the corner by myself.
Yeah.
And she came down the one day. Like her
this
friends,
sounds like a porno.
Could have been. Her friends went to go get food, and she was by herself. She came down and was talking to me, and she just like, oh, you know, if you want to come sit with us, you can. You're more than welcome, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, oh, yeah, maybe someday or sometime, you know. But, like, I didn't know anybody. I was a shy kid, and I was just, I was also always tired at that point because I would stay up late and then, you know, have to drag my ass to school. So third period lunch was used for homework or sleep. But I would just sit there, listen to music, whatever. I never, ever went down there.
Yeah.
And one day, her and I ended up in, like, the same... Like, it was like a module of sorts where they had brought a bunch of us into the library. And they had, like, this Renaissance fair type people in there.
Yeah.
And they were showing us a bunch of stuff. And then at one point, they had us do a dance. So we had to get partners.
Yeah.
She ended up being my partner. And, looking back on it, I at the time too, I kind of felt like she had like a crush on me, even though like we barely knew each other. But I never did anything with her. And she was like, quote unquote, the girl who developed first, apparently.
Okay.
So she had that going for her.
What grade was this?
This was 10th grade and 11th grade.
Okay.
So, but like I said, I at that point in my life, I was like lost because I just got thrust up from where I'd been for the essentially the friends I had been with for 4 years, I was plucked out of that and plopped into a new city, living in a house with like my my dad at that point, which I didn't live with my grandmother up until that point in my life.
Yeah.
So like my life was kind of chaotic at that point, trying to figure out and get comfortable.
Yeah.
So I wasn't really like, my mind wasn't on dating classmates. So I never pursued anything with this chick.
I
Anything
think
like that.
I think
But
one
then,
important thing that you're missing here is that you had a beard and you look like an undercover cop in high school.
I did have a beard in 12th grade, and it was pretty similar to what I have now.
So we
Actually,
was
no, I had a goatee throughout most of high school, but I had a full beard in my senior year.
so you just sitting there at a table by yourself, like coming halfway through school.
Yeah, looking like an undercover detective or some shit, like 21
Like,
Jump
like-
Street.
like he gonna sell us drugs at any second now.
Yeah. But so a couple years ago, I had seen her on Facebook, and she married a dude that looked just like me. So I'm thinking, like, what would have happened if, like, I had just asked her out in high school and we did end up dating? Would I be married right now with like kids to this woman? Like, who knows?
Probably so. She probably still has fantasies about you.
She probably would have like gotten her hooks into me because she was like nice to me.
Yeah.
But she was also like a known biatch.
And granted, I've only known you for 5 years.
7, sir.
Oh,
No idea how you do this math no more at this point. You get no.
I don't know. You know what? The other day I was filling out a survey and I put I was 35 years old, and I'm definitely not 35 anymore.
Yeah.
So,
my 7-year anniversary is in May.
Yeah.
all right. So I know somebody else, only one other person who married somebody who looked just like you. So it's not like it's the first time.
She definitely was on you.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah.
And she married somebody who looks just like you.
Yeah, she went for the clone. She was like, if I can't have that, I might as well get this one.
So that's two people in your life that marry people, doppelgangers that you know.
She smoked out something. It was never gonna happen. The reality of it is only now are you seem really like ready to maybe get out in the world and chat with these women and so forth. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you've gone through some steps, there's some healing to do, some growth to do, and now here we are. And if you are, and even now, it's like it's not like you leaping, but you are like prepared to look over that edge a little bit. Like, all right, I'll see what's going on over here.
Here's what I'll say. Recent events notwithstanding,
Yeah,
I've gotten more attention in the last 6 weeks from the opposite sex than I have in the last 6 years. That's not even a joke.
again, it's like you weren't ready, and you probably were kind of just like putting that out there a little bit. Not intentionally, not. I'm not even saying that you stayed or
No,
did something.
I know because I buried myself in like anxiety and weight.
Yeah,
I was shitty to people because, I felt like I was shit, so I just was shitty, like treating people shitty. I wasn't friendly. I wasn't inviting.
I need you to take all half-court shots from here on out. Just fuck it.
And, I mean, I've mentioned this before, and I know this is beyond what we should be talking about, but I've always said to you, and I'll continue saying this for the rest of my life, is that you'll never know when you are ready. So always have yourself ready for possibilities, because I think you're more ready than you think you are, and more ready than you know.
What do you mean, like to be married? Or just like what do you mean?
Just like, I'm ready for possibilities.
Oh yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah,
Dude, like in the like I've like agreed to go to a bunch of things in the last like couple weeks, like in the future here that I would never have done before. I've talked to people that I wouldn't have talked to before. Like, yeah, I'm doing shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I agree.
I'm gonna start. If this person I know lives in Texas, but man, women love them some teddy bears, man. Just fucking dive in.
So I had something that I was gonna tell T when we were getting our food.
yeah. Bring that.
But I held it in for the big reveal here. So there's like a mystery that's been bothering me for like over a year now. And it was the mystery of who the fuck hit my house with their car.
Oh no.
Because I told you guys a while back that the aluminum siding on the backside of my house, someone clearly bumped it with a car. Wow. Because it had like smudge and it was bent.
Okay.
Okay.
But I couldn't find a car to match what would have been the marks.
This is some Scooby-Doo shit.
Yeah.
But you knew it.
But I could tell. I knew that it was a car.
All right.
Like, my siding was fine, and then all of a sudden it had black
Not
smudges
fine. Oh.
and some bent marks.
Okay.
So like, my buddy who was living with me had a black car. I couldn't find any marks on his car. And I like, knowing him, I would have thought for sure he would have driven home drunk one night and just bumped it.
Yeah.
But I couldn't find anything on his car. So I'm like, okay, if he didn't do it, either like he covered it up really well or he didn't do it. And then like the other dude drives a gray car.
Yeah.
I have a blue car, and I would have known if I hit my own house.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, what the fuck? No one ever said anything to me. Never came up. I never accused anybody because I didn't have no proof, and I wasn't going to start pointing fingers at people when I had no evidence. But I knew someone hit my house. So last night, I don't even know how I got on the subject of it, but I was talking to my buddy who still lives with me.
Yeah.
And I mentioned about like a bunch of stuff that I wanted to get done around the house over the next few months. And one of the things I mentioned was fixing the aluminum siding on the back side of the house, because like the part where the car hit it per se is like it's attached and everything, but two other sections broke off. So there's like the wood behind the panels is like exposed on the corner.
Yeah.
So I need to figure out a way to attach those panels back. I might even have to just take this fucking staple gun and pop.
Yeah.
Because like the little circular rings that were underneath that were holding it in place rusted away and broke off. So I got to find a way, like I said, to secure it. I might just go, redneck style and staple gun that shit back. Get like a big nail gun and just pop.
Yeah.
But so
Just
I
some
mentioned
small
it,
nails and
he goes,
glue
"Oh
it."
yeah, Lauren hit your house," and I was like, "Excuse me?" He goes, "Yeah, it was like over a year ago, and she was backing out and she bumped the house." And he goes, "That's why she doesn't pull in the driveway anymore. That's why she always parks out front." And I was like, and no one ever thought to tell me.
Is that his girlfriend?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was like, well, ain't this but a bitch? I'll hit the house, and then no one bothers to fess up.
I like that mystery got solved. I don't like that it had to been a mystery at all, I guess.
Yeah, that's my thing. Is like, if everyone's just been like, oh, my bad, I would have been like, all right, yeah, I'll take care of it. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But the fact that they got hell for me for over a year, I was like, motherfucker.
He probably think nobody noticed.
Oh, yeah. He definitely was like, oh, you noticed that? I was like, God damn right I noticed that. I walk by it every day. You don't think I noticed black marks and bent aluminum siding on the edge of the house?
And of course, his ass, who does not. I love him to death, but come on, man. You know, he's halfway home when it comes to cleaning shit. Just couldn't even thought to like clean that up a little bit.
Is your side in plastic side or aluminum side? Like actual aluminum?
On the house, it's aluminum. On the garage, it's plastic.
So yeah, you probably just gotta like
the parts that fell off. I picked them up. They're in the house. I have them on the basement steps.
That's a whole nother thing, man.
That's what I'm saying. I just might have to get a nail gun, set it there, and just fucking pop it in.
No, like it's these little nails that they're called siding nails. They're made out of aluminum. You pop them in there and they hit in flat. And you put in another part because I know this is fucking inside, but we'll talk about it afterwards. But they'll put them in those little slots. Like I hit my house before, and I fixed it before, so I can show you how.
We'll be there soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and make it safe. I'm gonna skip the gym tonight because I need to get salt because my driveway today was an ice rink. I know you're not supposed to pour hot water down because it just turns back to ice.
Yeah.
But I poured 2 buckets of hot water down to try and break it up.
Yeah.
And then I grabbed the push broom and I pushed the water to the edge to try and make it so that like when the mailman comes, he doesn't die. Like, because I had no rock salt. I didn't know that it was supposed to fucking like ice rain last night.
Neither did I.
I didn't even hear it.
AK texted me not too long ago to say she was backing out her driveway, and it was y'all had a parking ban in y'all town last night, and she slid out the driveway and ended up hitting somebody.
Wow.
So it's just like everybody was iced up, and I walked like Xander was like, "Yo, the whole porch is iced. Dad, be careful." Like the wood on the porch was ice. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I was like, and I get to the stairs, and I'm like, it's salt on my stairs right now. So I get to the bottom of the stairs, I'm looking, I'm like, yeah, that whole sidewalk is ice. I'm like, all of this
even
is
like
ice.
the little one step from the driveway into the house, like the little where I have the mat, was frozen.
Yeah,
like I took one step out and my foot was like sliding.
So yeah, we woke up to a little bit of a rain.
I'm like, how did this happen? I have an awning right here.
Not even that, but how did it rain? When it was definitely cold enough to freeze. Why was that not snow? Everything about it, because it actually was like wet as I remember when I woke up this morning, the weather app on the computer was like, light rain. I'm like, what? It's like, how's it 30 degrees and it's light rain? This makes no sense. So of course everything has this like little coating of ice, including my car.
Yeah. Well, then apparently it's supposed to snow tomorrow. Yeah. And then Saturday we're supposed to get like 8 inches.
Oh, what day?
Saturday. It's supposed to snow all day Saturday. Like for Parma, 5 to 8 inches. But I know people who live on the east side. It was saying 11 to 13.
Yeah, because the snow belt it constantly gets beat up on. All right, so I need to get some more rock salt. Is what you're telling me?
Yeah. So and then I need to take the receiver to Best Buy, which is what I was going to do last night. Instead, I had to bowl.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try and go home tonight, tape those wires up, drop that off at Best Buy.
Yeah.
Or get it replaced, whatever they're going to do. And then I was going to hit up Walmart and get like a couple bags of rock salt.
Yeah.
You'd probably be better. You got better off going to Mart. Like they got the
also a Home Depot by me.
There's the good, not too big, not too small, and not full of rocks salt.
Yeah.
It's like the size of nerds, so you can spread it evenly without it just being like dragging that shit back into your house. Like it's the perfect size.
I just bought them big old with them yellow Morton bags that they sell at Eagle.
Yeah, this is made by Diamond Salt.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna make sure I get another bag because I had to
made my light skin salt.
Yeah, I gotta make sure I get some more because my son likes to like jump in it and he'll probably fall. So I gotta make sure I salt and stuff.
I'm just more worried about like I don't want to get sued by the mailman.
So winter
They can sue.
If they fall on your property and get hurt, yeah.
So winter has come and it's finally.
You should put a sign say "Watch it, bitch."
Did y'all watch the SpiderMan trailer? I
did.
know what you're
Yeah,
talking
I seen it this morning.
about. I'm like,
I don't like it for one reason.
okay.
They made Mysterio seem like a nice guy. Like, hey, what's up, Spider-Man?
Nah, man. I truly and honestly feel like that's a MacGuffin. That's a red herring. Mysterio's powers is to make people see things and think things that's not really going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I feel like that's just some. Don't fall for that.
Yeah, like so, pretty much saying like the water dude ain't there.
Yeah, and if it is there, then that's a whole nother thing because that can be.
It could be like Hydro Man.
It could be Hydro Man, but it could also be that there's this crew that's known as the Elementals, and they could be introducing them finally. You know what I'm saying to the whole world. And what everybody's been talking about, and I'm gonna throw a spoiler ahead of this. I don't know if it's really a spoiler, but I don't want to say so. Spoilers for potential Spider-Man spoilers that a movie that I don't even seen yet, but still, everybody like everything about that movie in the background. Watch it, how all the moving parts are moving. It straight up looked like Tony Stark's dead, or I'm like, what?
Why do you say that?
Okay, so there's a scene where my man Happy walk in with a big old giant check, from the Starks Institute, signed by Pepper Potts. Okay, they show him like looking at his suit, all like sad and forlorn. The suits Tony still gave him all sad and forlorn, like before he left.
And then Nick came to see him.
Yeah, Nick comes to see him as opposed to anybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like whoa! I'm saying, what the hell are you doing here, Fury? So it's just like it's all these little like stuff that's popping around. Like you like, huh? Yeah, I think Cap might. I think Iron Man might be dead. I'm like, God damn it! So
I know there, and I was reading earlier about how I forgot who Pepper Potts her Iron Man is called, but there was something mentioned about her suiting up too.
yeah,
But we'll see.
I'm, you know what I'm saying? It's enough. It's enough in the Marvel universe. But even, also, I'm also kind of like, man, I wish you didn't put this trailer out before
Endgame,
because I feel like you take the sales out of Endgame, take the wind out of Endgame sales by giving me too much. But then I'm like, at the same time,
everybody gonna see Endgame anyway.
Yeah.
Breaking news: Jarvis Landry just replaced DeAndre Hopkins in the Pro Bowl.
Nice. A Cleveland Brown in the Pro Bowl, as should be.
Congratulations.
Oh my goodness. Bless him.
Congratulations to a game. I don't think I've watched a football game and probably only on the Super Bowl. Are you guys like? I'm not gonna say excited about Super Bowl, but what's your go-to Super Bowl food?
Whatever the people serve the house I'm at.
Okay. So what do you bring when you go? Are you a plates and napkins kind of guy, or are you just
I usually bring chips.
Okay.
Chips is the go-to maneuver. People sleep on it. It's food, right? So it's like it counts kind of big, but it's not as like nothing is.
People get excited about chips, especially if you got a good spread.
Yeah.
Now, do you go? How many bags you usually pick up? I usually go just like with Pop. I usually go for a 3-fer. I usually get I'm going to a black person's house. I get a ginger ale, a cola, either Dr. Pepper or Pepsi, or then a diet. Would you?
My maneuvers, of course, a Sprite. Got to get a clear one, but that's kind of working the ginger ale favor. So
ginger ale and Sprite. Yeah,
citrus beverage of some sort. Root beer. It turns out lots of people like root beer. They just don't realize. They be like, oh, root beer.
Root beer was my favorite pop when I still drank.
Yeah, like all of a sudden they realize, oh yeah, I do like this shit. Why have I not bought it? So that's my little go-to. It's Coke or Pepsi always, and a diet always. Because my girlfriend only drink diet.
Yeah,
and it's like motherfuckers don't be having diet at the spot. So if I come through with diet, she taken care of. On the chip game, 4 bags.
Okay.
Always a ruffle type.
Okay.
Always a straight up, just plain ass chips.
Yes.
Always a tortilla of some sort.
Yes.
Usually the bowls, the little scoops, and a Dorito of some sort.
Yeah,
Oftentimes, though, wait a minute, a Cheeto of some sort.
I never did a Cheeto, but I usually go plain Ruffles.
Yeah.
Sour cream and onion.
Okay.
And that's usually it.
Okay. Yeah, it's always like just the selection. And like I said, rarely am I on chip duty, but just in case, I try to come through with like a range. You know what I'm saying? That way, like especially them little bowls. You know what I'm saying? You can dip them hoes in anything. Like literally, you know what I'm saying? There's some ranch over there. Fucking some comments over there. Get it in. So.
Yeah, we got some of the new multi-grain ones not so long ago. Like this is just too crispy. I was like, all right, all right then.
Her complaints are always so unique and interesting.
Yeah, it's so funny. Like What's another thing? Like, we can't be on the same cookie level because she want her cookies out, like, pretty much al dente, like, not burnt, but done.
All right, and I'm a soft cookie man.
Yeah, I like going. They tell me 13, I'm doing 10 to 11
every time. So my cookies gonna be soft.
I like my cookies almost blue.
I like my cookies red, medium rare.
If you touch your hand right here, that's how I want my
That's
cookies.
how your cookies should feel.
That's how my cookies should feel.
Oh my goodness.
It should feel like a big booty on a small woman.
Oddly enough, man, I remember watching, it was Bears Colts when they won their first Super Bowl, and the Riveras came through. And that's we still live at the apartment over there at the other end of Lakewood.
Upstairs or downstairs?
Downstairs. We was on the first floor. So,
Okay.
Because both the kids right there at that point. And I remember they came through with like shortbread style cookies, and like at that point they had like Snickers in a jar. Like they still make Reese's, but I don't think they make that Snickers in Milk Way. We was like, this is amazing. So we like ate chips and pizza and wings, and we had that kind of stuff dessert. And I thought that was like, I still think about that. Like, yeah, one, I really wish they made Snickers in a jar still. I think they do in England. They just don't have it over here. But also, it was like that was a tasty little top it off. I remember Mrs. Gabriel made a pretty cool little cake for that. You know what I'm saying? And she like drew a bear and a horse on the front of the cake. So that was before they had kids, so that's why they could come through and kick it at that point. So that's kind of neat. Like
she could be super klutz sometimes with some stuff.
Dude,
Before they had kids, that was many births ago.
That is many births ago, like that. So for sure. But that I thought was pretty that's a go-to maneuver for the Super Bowl that people sleep on. You know what I'm saying? Nobody ever wants sweet stuff. You know what I'm saying? But they do. They just don't. Like I said, just like they don't know they want root beer until they like, oh shit, it's root beer here. It's like think wings. The people think wings and pizza, and you know what I'm saying, maybe chili. I feel like they always trying to hustle chili at that time.
Chili is especially like for a party. It's great because it's something filling. And usually it's like hot dogs and stuff like that, but like sometimes the adults need something to eat too. Yeah, and chili can be one of those complex things where it's like, either you can be really good or really shitty or just good enough. If it's not that good, it's just enough to put on your hot dogs and keep it moving.
True.
But if you really want something to eat, it's filling if you go get a bowl.
Yeah.
So chili has been my come through for parties lately.
You a Frito man, right?
I am a Frito man.
You a Frito or a Cracker man? Crackers. All right.
I know we're talking about chili. I was listening.
I know, but I think I do love Fritos for chili, but more and more I'm thinking I'm leaning towards the Frito scoops.
Yeah, that's
because they still stay crunchy.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Stays crunchy. How ironic. Anyway, literally what we doing out there. But yeah, that's my go-to as well. Fritos. Once I learned of Fritos, it was never no turning back. Like, hey, but we could have been doing this whole time.
I've always that's something. My mother's from the South. She's from Arkansas.
You make it sound like a dude who just discovered anal. Like, I could have been put it in the butt the whole time.
I'm just saying, like, so my whole life I came up and it was crunch some crackers at the bottom of the bowl, put your chili on top of it, got a little. That's how I do it. That's how I did it. I never was crackers on top. I was always crackers at the bottom, chili on top, let it soak in, stir it up, and you got this delicious little melange of cracker and chili. Mwah.
The dynamic contrast of some crunchiness into your mush.
Yeah.
But when we used to go to Arkansas to visit, used to be this place called the Queen of England. They sold chili Frito pie. It's just always been part of my life. Like I remember, I'm gonna go and say it. Fuck it. Like I introduced my girlfriend to it, and her mother fucking laughed. I'm like, fuck you. We've been eating this because like. Whatever my girlfriend tells me to make, I make it. It don't matter what time of year it is. Mm-hmm. And it's summertime. She's like, I miss chili. Make me some chili.
Like, shit, yeah. Like, girl, that's easy to get some cans.
I know. No,
okay.
I want. I just need to hit her up on Facebook. Like, tell Anthony.
Now, you don't use canned products. Where you get your beans from for chili? Yeah. You just like get a bag of beans and like
just
soak your beans and do
get a bag of beans. Soak them in warm or cold water. Put you a couple scoops of baking soda in there so you don't be all farty. And then let them soak overnight for best. And you could even season the beans a little bit right then and there, like the baking soda, some chili powder. Let it soak in.
How much baking soda?
Just like it depends, like between 1 and 3. It depends on how much beans. If you want a beanie, just like I'll say a tablespoon or 2.
Really?
Yeah. I learned that from was married to some dude, some Afro Latino gentleman before, and she's like, that's what she taught him, and that's what she taught me.
Well, you put me on the game. I might hook some. I ain't made no chili yet this season, so I got to get to it.
I haven't made chili in like a year.
Oh.
Well, right around now is usually when it's chili season. So
yeah, I've made chili several times, and I got some beans soaking in the refrigerator right now.
Cuffing season.
It depends on who you with,
baby. Nothing I can do with it's chili season for those who are cuffed. for those waiting to be cuffed.
Man, I was just thinking about that. Like, man, Bill Cosby, that shit's so ruined. Like, almost every element of my life I could think of, like, can come back to a Bill Cosby moment, and I was like, yeah, just can't think about it. Him making chili, funny. Him barbecuing, funny. Ray Charles, funny.
Fuck you,
Chocolate cake.
You know what I'm saying? All kinds of good comedy. Once I found out that R. Kelly wrote all these songs about fucking little girls, I can't even fuck with R. Kelly at all no more. I already wasn't cool with R. Kelly, but now I literally can't even listen to anything he made without thinking this probably about some little girl he done kidnapped.
If this gentleman named T will go back to our what was it, sexual nursery rhymes?
Oh wow,
is what we coined. So,
all right, people, thank you for listening as always. You know what I need you to do. I need you to get out there. I need you to review us on iTunes and Stitcher. 5 stars, please, and thank you. Let the world know we out here. Retweet us if you can, too. And tell your friends about us. We're pretty good. That is Tatum 216. It's Lunchbox 2099.
The Shogun of Richmond Heights.
Looking extra handsome in his winter wear. Y'all might want to holler before somebody cuff him up. I'm just saying, you got an opportunity. You better slide in here while you can.
I think what we should do is we should go on a Russian website and just get him a wife.
Ugh, I don't want him to have no Russian. Maybe he's still on elections.
She'll steal his heart, too.
I am the Internet Stereo 713. You have just been podcast 2, and I know you loved it.
Russians be thick, lunch.
Peace.
Hey, what happened to you? You used to be beautiful.